Welcome back to Our Mindful Process. My name is Craig, and we will continue reading from Fade, the third book in the series, A Human's Guide to Inner Compassion. Copyright 2025 by Craig A. Burns. These daily readings are part of the Our Mindful Process practice. Today is August the 22nd. Humility is the cornerstone for existing anywhere, whether at work, in church, or in a neighborhood. First and foremost, ego cannot be too large. An ego too big has no reason to listen because it believes it has all the answers. An ego too small cannot listen because it hurts so much there is no room for the reality of the situation or for compassion. An ego that is just the right size knows how to move aside and let the spiritual being inside step to the foreground, accepting our humanity, our strengths, and our weaknesses. What are the signs that humility is being practiced? When faced with what becomes uncomfortable, there exists a stick-to-itiveness to confront what is painful without labeling it in the physical world. Here lie the seeds of growing compassion. If we cannot develop self-compassion, we cannot go forward in our spiritual openness, nor can we give it away to others. Once we become kinder to ourselves, as we look at what pain is without isolation, we can start to see clearly what can help and what is holding us back. This is our development of clear seeing intuition. We develop a sense of truth about the reasons the negatives exist in our lives. We begin to experience letting go and letting the spiritual part of who we are take charge. Fighting against our negative side only aggravates us. Instead, we surrender. Looking at our painful emotions becomes a key to being humble. Facing fear, loneliness, anger, guilt, shame, and sadness, flag SS, as an energy becomes an easier task when unaccompanied by a sea of obsessive thoughts. A speeding series of thoughts is like adding gasoline and a match to something that already has flammability. Recognizing these streams of mental processing and dropping them into the space allows the feeling to stand alone for the humble spirit to recognize and digest. Finally, living in the present moment with pain, being aware of our senses, feelings, and watching how our ego is thinking about the issue while keeping both feet planted on the ground in between the two worlds of good and evil allows us to expand in the spiritual world. An oversized thinking mind only anchors us to the material world. Being open to expansion is in the spiritual realm. We experience rebirth over and over in every breath we take, as long as we practice living consciously. Journal about your current understanding of humility. How does allowing who you are to be placed in the front of your ego open you up to receiving the wisdom to act in the present moment? How does clear seeing and compassion in the present moment allow you to be open to the wisdom of intuition? Journal about your expanding vision of being in the world, but not of the world. As a side note, if you're not sure of the process to practice, please go to January 1st on our channel and look at the first video on how the process of mindfulness works. From there, we 1. Read the reading for the day. For the first 35 days, it is on the instruction of mindfulness itself. And number 2, sit with this process in meditation, starting with 5 minutes and moving up to 40 minutes over 35 days, adding 1 minute a day. It's that simple. And number 3, at some point in time, please feel free to journal about your experience of the reading and the practice for that day. Have a mindful evening, folks.